Okay. Hey guys, Happysplasher here. Good morning. It is 8/27/2021. Looks like the world event has started, so let's get right into it. So we're going to do the world event. It is called the Gravekeeper. And in the Gravekeeper, we're going to be doing some things in order to get some sparks and get these 3 units. So Poison Flos is over here, Charon Soulcatcher is over here, and Mr. Flap is over here. So let's go. Okay, so the first thing to do, we need to defeat this Gravekeeper. It doesn't look like they have any skills, so yeah, let's go. Talk about a friend of yours, Joseph Corbu. All years, what happened to Franz? Well, it seems that somebody took his body. What are you telling me that? You're the Gravekeeper. You are responsible for this. I'm sorry, Lord Protector. It's my fault. Sorry, ain't gonna help the case, friends. I figure try something different. Just go through the story. Actually, pay attention to the writing that we got going on here. All right, so first things first, we're gonna summon our ranged unit over here. Blow up some stuff. Next turn, we can just summon any one of our attackers, and we should be good. The health of the Warlord units are going to be pretty small until at least, I think, Chapter 3. So we should be fine. We should be able to one-shot or two-shot most of our opponents. Damn, sorry, Franz. It was Corvo, my friend. I understand. Take a look in the grave. I think there might be some evidence left. Alright, cool. So we defeated Gravekeeper, got some sparks, got some rares. And we're moving on. Okay, next quest here. Kill 5 enemy heroes in battle against other players. We're going to close this out. We're going to go to the Brawl. And then just beat up 5 units. These units can be either attackers or buildings. So as long as we get that done, we should be all set. Looks like they're going first. First things, we're going to summon a building to actually damage these units over here. We're not really too concerned about winning this brawl because we do want to get through this as quickly as possible. So we're just going to summon our building. That's 2. Next turn, we'll summon this Spore Loath in order to mark their units for damage when they die. And then they also, this unit also deals damage at the beginning of the turn. So that'll actually help us set up for a board wipe. If we're pretty close to lethal for their Warlord, we'll just go for the battle because we do need some rewards. But other than that, we're just going to try to defeat the 5 enemy heroes as mentioned. All right, summon that unit over there. It's fine. We'll mark these for damage. We'll do our summon. Destroy this stuff. Oh, see those pop-ups showing up on my computer. All right, now we're just gonna get out of here because all we really wanted to do is defeat those 5 heroes. All right, cool. We did that. Closing this out. Claim our rewards and move on. So now we are at the first branch of Chapter 1. On the bottom here, we have get 6 rare heroes and summons earn chest, except event shops. Then up here, we have find 500 souls of heroes and then play heroes 20 times in battle against each other. We're going to do this quest first and then this quest after to get the maximum amount of souls. So let's find those 500 souls of heroes. Those quests can overlap. So in this case, we're actually going to open up a rare chest to get it done. So we got this 500 souls of heroes first. Okay, and then it should also, yep, it does count towards the get 6 rare heroes. So we just got to open this up 4 or 5 more times. So that's number 2. Gonna open up this weekly quest chest here for number 3. Actually, we can save ourselves a little bit of time. I was gonna open up something else, but whatever. So this is number 4. This is number 5. And then I believe we do have one in our Mighty Pass, which we're going to close out here. On the Mighty Pass. It's still loading just a little bit. And I'll open up this last one, and it does count for, well, first, this top quest, as mentioned before, but then also this 6 rare heroes and summons. So we're going to close this out. Going to claim this first one here, and then we're going to claim this second one here, so that way we can get the maximum amount of rewards in the branch here. Okay, next one here, defeat another plant, or defeat a plant. No skills, so yeah, let's go. Something tells me you may know where my friend's corpse is. Would you like to join him, Lord Protector? You humans are a perfect fertilizer to me. All right, cool. All right, so let's summon our ranged unit first behind the building, give it some protection, also blow up some units because of the skill here to deal damage to a random enemy. Next turn, we'll summon one of these 2 attackers and should be good for lethal. Okay, that's fine. Not really concerned about this unit here. And attack, and there we go. Okay, so that was the plant. Pretty straightforward there. Claim our rewards and move on. Okay, so the next quest here is to level up heroes 4 times. We're going to do this by closing this out, going to our squad, and then finding any heroes we want to level up. I suppose we could use a guild boost in order to lower the cost of leveling up, but in this case, we'll just find units that we should be at like level 1 or something relatively small. Yep, here, we're going to actually filter for some of the event legendaries. So in this case, this is number 1. Charon is an order unit that is melee. So let's see if we can level them up to, whoops. Nope, Charon over here. Third one is Flos, which is a ranged nature. Already at level 16. So we just got to level up some other stuff 4 times. See if any rares want to level up. Any epics we want to level up. Oh, yeah, no, we have a building that we want to level up. That's what we want to do. So number 2, number 3, and number 4 over here. Cool. Also looks like we did finish up a fable to level spend 85,000 gold. I'm gonna claim this here. Okay, and claim this reward, and we'll move on. All right, next quest here is defeat a visitor. Taking a look at their skills. No skills here, so just another battle. Do you remember the last time we met? I thought you were dead. How did you survive? Who says I am alive? But sometimes it's possible to come back from the dead, and everything just loses their minds, like they've never seen the living dead. They don't even know where to run and hide, and how to hide. Such fools. That's enough about that, Lord Protector. This time, this meeting indeed will be our last. Oh, thank goodness. I won't have to listen to this nonsense anymore. Alright, so it looks like they're starting first. They have this unit here that has flight and also freezes one of our units when it dies. We'll start with our... No, we'll start with our summon over here, and then we'll continue on. We'll summon this range unit because of the attack stat. Okay. Did kill something at the end of the turn because of this skill here. So when this died, it ended up freezing this unit here. Next turn, we'll summon either one of these attackers. We'll actually summon this one over here. It will mark their units with a skill so that when they die, it will deal damage to other units around it. And then this also deals damage at the beginning of the turn. That will actually help us get rid of some of these units and then also mark their units for destruction for the next turn. So you can see damage in the beginning. We'll just summon a unit over here. And there we go. All right, so that was the visitor. Claiming our rewards and moving on. Okay, so the next quest here is defeat other players 3 times. We're going to close this out. We're going to go to our friend section here, and then we're going to fight a disciple, because a disciple does count towards a defeating any 3 players. So we'll do that. We'll fight. Gods guide my sword. Watching the skies, mourning the dead. Okay, first turn we'll summon this range unit. Should be good for lethal here. And as you see, it does count for defeating other players, so we'll do that 2 more times. This is the quickest way I know to defeat the other players without actually having to go into League or Brawl. Okay, so summon a range unit. Okay, so that was number 2. 1 more. Oh. Nope, no. We want to fight a low-level person in order to get this done as quickly as possible. Right now, as you can see, we're just summoning our units, one-shotting, and going from there. All right, looks like they're starting first, so we will have to wait. We'll summon a ranged unit up here, and then be good for lethal. Okay, so there was that. Defeat other players 3 times. We'll claim the reward, and we'll move on. So the next one here, we're on branch 2 of chapter 1. We have find 500 souls of the event rares on the bottom, and then on the top here we have get 12 heroes and summons or in chests, except event shop chests, and then also kill 35 enemy heroes in battle against other players. We're going to close this out. We're going to the shop, and then we're going to the mercenaries chests over here. Is it? I gotta make sure it's what do you call it? Is it 12 separate heroes or just 12 heroes and summons or chests? Okay, cool. So what we'll do is we'll go back to the shop. We'll go to the mercenaries over here, and then we'll do a 10x over here to spend. It should be able to actually complete both of them. So we'll have our opens over here. So we got our 12 heroes. There is a chance that we will get the event rares. Okay. Okay. Okay, looks like we did get the 500 souls of Gravekeepers. You did see it was the one that the 2x. If you open up any event rare in these chests, they will get 2 copies of them. All right, so we'll close this out. Go to the quests again. We'll claim the top, and then we'll claim the bottom over here. Okay, so the next quest is to open rare chest and event shop 2 times. You do that by going to the shop here, and then opening up this chest twice. Each one costs 250 sparks, so you'll need 500 sparks at this point. So you see there's number 1, and should be good for number 2. All right, cool. So we'll close this out. Claim our reward, and move on. Next quest here, defeat a zombie. Okay, looks like they have a skill. So start of the turn, we'll place an extra attack pentagram on one of their cells, allies being them, not us. So yeah, let's go. Franz, what happened to you? There is no Franz in this body anymore. I'm his new master, and the Lord Protector isn't the one I serve. But I'm still handy with the shovel, you know. I've already dug you a grave. Nice. All right, so we'll do our summon first, and then we're going to continue with our, we'll summon our own Mr. Flap over here. We're summoning this Mr. Flap because whenever it's attacked, it will set the health of a unit to 1. We can then follow up with any range unit over here, or perhaps this unit over here to deal damage. So see, setting the health to 1, setting the health to 1. Summon this unit over here. So when it marks these units for damage, these units will then be destroyed, and then also destroy the units around here. All right, we are threatening lethal this turn because of the 2 units over here. Okay, and all the units are gone. We'll just skip the turn, and there we go. Okay, so that was the zombie. Close this out, claim our rewards. All right, and now we're on the final branch of chapter 1. We have down here, level up the any one of the event rares to level 13. On the top, we have speed up 4 chests, and then find 1,200 souls of common heroes. We're not going to spend the time to actually wait for the 4 chests, so we're just going to claim this one here. We had the event rares before in the previous time they ran this event, so that's why we have it to level 13. Any one of them to level 13, and you should be good. So we'll just claim this and move on. Okay, the final quest over here before this journey boss is summon 2 times. We're going to close this out. We're going to go to the shop, and then we'll spend on the mercenaries chest twice. Okay, something for the epics. Does count for 1, so we'll do it one more time. Okay, we'll close this out. And we are done with that quest here. Okay, the final quest now of chapter 1 is defeat Flos. We'll do that. They got a skill, range enemy appears, so one of our units appears that's range. They will be poisoned for some damage. Sure, all right. Okay, let's summarize everything so far. My friend's body is gone. That monster came back from the dead. The Gravekeeper has gone crazy and wants me dead for some reason. Don't forget that my venomous brethren are breeding all over Pangea, and they don't mind dining on one of your subjects. That's pretty cryptic over there. All right. All right, so we'll do our summon first, and we'll actually continue on with this melee unit over here. Mark their units for damage. And then we'll also be able to deal damage to their units at the beginning. It'll help us set up for a board wipe early without actually having to use our destruction skill. So as you can see here, everything is wiped out. Summon our ranged unit over here. It does take poison, as mentioned by this skill here, but that's okay. Just trying to balance out the amount of damage that we do on the lines, and so that's why we summon this here. And then we can also guarantee that we have a board wipe for next turn anyways. We'll skip the turn because they have an empty field. Okay, I must continue my investigation. Gotta find out where Corbo's corpse is. I'll deal with the rest some other time. Okay, so that was Flos. For those who are tuning in right now, we're currently doing the world event. We're going to be doing some of the Divine Arena and Pits when we get to that quest. All right, so we'll claim this here. And we are now done with Chapter 1. Got some rewards for our guild and some more chest rewards in the event shop. Great. Poison Flos. Deep in the woods there lives a mysterious monster. Or is it a plant? Poison Flos is a carnivorous representation of the flora of Pangaea, and he loves unexpected guests who come around. His new goal is to spread all over Pangaea. Soon there'll be no place for humans. Nice. Alright, cool. So now we're in Chapter 2. Gonna defeat this butcher over here. Looks like we're out of journey keys, but that's fine. We'll spend some gems in order to refill one boss attempt. Alright, and they have a skill, so whenever one of our units dies, or actually one of their units dies, ally being them, not us, sets a random enemy's health, so one of our units' health to 1. Alright, cool. So let's go. All the evidence I gather points to you, wacko. I spent months waiting for the chance to get back in you, and that day has come, Lord Protector. So you're a coward too? You couldn't deal with me, man to man? Even though this isn't a man. Don't you dare call me a coward. Alright, sure. First things first, we're going to summon our Mr. Flap over here to attack. And also, it has immunity, so it won't be affected by other units' skills. Give our units a health boost when they come into play, and then also set the attack of units to 1. Okay, not too concerned over here. We're going to summon this melee unit over here. Okay, mark these units for damage. Looks like one of our units' health was set to 1 because whenever one of their units dies. Yep, okay. So this will probably die next turn. Did not. Cool, mark those for damage. Destroyed those. We'll summon this range unit over here and should be good for lethal here. Cool. Okay, so that was the butcher. Close this out, claim our rewards, and we'll move on. All right, so the next quest here is open epic chest and event shop 3 times. We'll go to the shop, and each one of these cost 1,000, so 3k. We're off by about 500. So let's see if we can get some bonus sparks first. Okay, so that is number 1. Okay, number 2. Okay, so we're a little short. You know what? Let's see how much of the difference is. 150, that's fine. We'll just spend the difference now to get them. Just so we can continue on with our progress here. So it looks like we did get some bonus sparks, so that's cool. Just had to spend some gems. And close this out. And we do have our 3, and so we'll move on. Okay, so the first branch of Chapter 2. So we have summon demigods or gods 10 times. And then on the top here, we have activate guild bonus 5 times, and then find 1,000 souls of rare heroes. Because we want to actually save our gems for the later quests, we're going to not do this quest here, but we'll do these up top. So activate guild bonus 5 times. We'll close this out. I don't remember if I have enough guild coins, but we'll see what we got. So we'll go to the guild, go to the bonus, and we only have 1,200. So each one of these, the lowest cost one is 540, so we'll be off by a little bit. What if you can actually, what do you call, buy the remainder of the coins? So we do have some over here. Still a little short. Might have to just buy the demigods 10 times. You know what? Sure, why not? I know that we have a discount for our demigods purchasing 5 times, or 10 times rather, so it's good for another 13 minutes. So yeah, we'll just keep on spending gems, that's fine. We'll summon our demigods 10 times. Go here. We'll spend the 899. Okay, just opening up some stuff. I don't mind spending gems on this particular event because at least 2 of the 3 units are useful. To me, Charon and Mr. Flap are going to be pretty helpful. Poison Flos, not so much, but yeah, it's okay to have a good ranged unit that has extra summons. I don't remember what the legendary was that we just pulled. We're supposed to be guaranteed at least one, but yeah. All right, so we'll claim this, and we'll move on to the next boss over here. So defeat Tombstone. Okay, we will spend the gem to get the attempt going, and they have a skill. So start of the turn, place 2 extra attack pentagrams on one of their cells. All right, cool. Let's go. Why haven't you run away? Because I don't want to. I want to help you, Franz. There's no Franz, only the Tombstone. All right. Looks like they're going first. We're gonna start with our. We'll start with our melee unit over here. Mark these units for damage. Okay, they will get an extra attack because of the magic spot over here. So this unit does have extra attack. Okay, all 3 units are now destroyed. We'll do our summon. We'll also summon one of these over here. Give it a little bit of protection behind the melee unit over here, and then also spreading out the damage in order to get more over time. Next turn, we're going to be summoning one of our range units and should be good for lethal, given what's going on. So empty board. We'll skip the turn, because we do have lethal here. And there we go. So that was Tombstone. Gotta close this out. Claim our rewards, and move on. We are on the next branch of Chapter 2. So on you see here, find 1400 souls of the event epics, and then on the top here we have Soulbind the event rares 5 times, and then boost legendary heroes 4 times. We're going to claim this over here. Okay, and then we will get the souls for the event epic. So what we're going to do, we're going to close this out. We're going to go to our guild. We're going to activate a guild bonus that will... Oh, we still have the evolve bonus. Great. All right. There was a previous fable that I did that allowed us to evolve some copies. So we're going to go to our squad. And then we need 1400 copies of the event epic. So we'll filter for those. We got rare over here. Go. All right. Okay, great. So we're just going to evolve. And as you see, the evolve does count for this. We're going to close this out. Go over here. And then we'll claim our reward and move on. Okay, next quest here. Defeat Psycho. Get another attempt. Okay, whenever one of our ranged units appears, it will poison for a little bit more damage. So an upgrade of the skills from Chapter 1. Soon there'll be many of us. We'll get our hands on everything. Sure. Got some dangerous plants going on over here. Okay, so when we summon a ranged unit, we'll get poisoned for a little amount. I'm okay with that though. So like you see, we'll summon the ranged, does get poisoned. Okay, we have our building here that's dealing a little bit of damage to their units. Next turn, we'll do our summon, and then we'll also summon the Spore Loathe in order to mark their units for damage, and then help us with a board wipe if we can. So damage over here for the beginning of the turn for that unit. So we'll do our summon. We'll summon one of these over here, spread out the damage. Okay, getting some health to our units at the end of the turn. Okay, destroyed. That's cool. We'll summon our ranged unit to go for lethal here. And there you go. That was Psycho right there. Pretty quick battles going on. Get to see more difficulty when it gets to Chapter 3. All right, so we have the third branch of Chapter 2. We have spent 15,000 sparks on the bottom, and then on the top here, spend 1,300 copper coins, and then Soulbind the event epics 5 times. We're going to hold off on spending the sparks because we have a quest in Chapter 3 that will require us to spend even more sparks. So we'll go up here. We'll spend the 1,300 copper coins. We'll close this out. We'll go to the Dungeon of Trials, and then we'll go to the black market here to spend some coins. Find stuff that's going to be useful for us. This will be good. Do need some frost. And I think that's it for the amount of coins we need to spend. Yes, we are good. All right, cool. So we'll claim that. We already have the cards from a previous time, so we'll just claim this. And now we'll go on to the next boss here to defeat Franky Stein. Okay, get another attempt. has a skill here. End of turn sets a random enemy health, one of our units, to 1. Sure. Now I may finally take revenge on you. Your experiments will backfire on you in the netherworld, where I will finally send you there. People will tell stories about my experiments. Saw your friend Corbo, by the way. He'll be a great addition to my collection. So it was you who stole his body. Or he won't. Frankly speaking, he doesn't look very presentable. And I haven't sewn his head back on yet. You are sick. Sick, sick indeed. Alright, so looks like we're gonna... Alright, we'll start with our Mr. Flap, and the reason why is because of the immune skill, so it won't be affected by that setting the health of a unit to 1. Eventually our buildings will be destroyed, as you can see here with the damage over here and the 1 health. So this is fine. We're going to keep this alive as much as we can. We'll do our summon, and then we'll summon our Grace of Rockfleet, deal some damage, and then the skill to also deal some damage to other units as well. Okay, this unit that died, it gives Metal Shield to the Warlord, so that's why we didn't deal the damage. We are threatening lethal in 2 of these lanes, and actually we should be good here. We'll just skip the turn. Damage over there, damage, and there we go. So that was Franky Stein over there. And close this out. Claim the reward and move on. Okay, so the next quest, the final branch of chapter 2 we have down here, level up any one of the event epics to level 13. On the top we have spend 1,000 gems, and then also reborn the event epics 5 times. We're going to do this spend 1,000 gems. Let me just see if they have something in the black market that we want to buy. Yeah, not really, but oh yeah, we can buy the Legion stuff. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to our hunt, and we're gonna actually start the hunt. Reason why is because there are typically quests in the hunt for us that are going to be done in chapter 3, so that's why we're doing that. And we'll claim this just to go on. Just taking a quick look and seeing what else is here. So gems, elixir, chaos, epics, cells. Okay, yeah, we can do a majority of these, so that'll be good. All right, and now we're going to also spend some gems in order to get that done. Get some more Legion. Legion is fine. So 300. All right, we did get our Epic Souls quest, so that's good. We spent our 1,000 gems. So we'll claim this, and then we'll go down here. Claim this, and go to our quest here. So the next one here is get 3 legendary heroes and summons or in chest, except event shop. We do have a couple lying around, so what we're going to do is get those open. So first things first, we'll open up these 2 legendary chests that we have been saving. We're going to open up these legendary chests as opposed to the pit ones first, because we need these spots open so that we can get some more sparks over time in the event. So we'll have number 1 here. Looks like we did complete one of the quests in our hunt, so that's number 1. We'll open number 2. Okay, got some sparks as you saw over there. And then we'll claim this 3rd one that we're sitting on. So we go to our friend section. We'll go to our disciples and just see how many here. Oh, it's 250, so that's cool. We'll claim this one. And it does count for not only this quest for the hunt, but also for the open 3 legendary heroes and summons or chest. So that's cool. Oh, we actually have another one too. That's even better. Great. We can claim that for another time as well. Unless this is a... Oh, someone just graduated. Even better. All right, cool. So we'll claim this. Go claim this reward, and we'll move on to the final quest in chapter 2. So defeat Charon. Okay, we'll get another attempt. And the skill here, start end of turn, place 3 extra attack pentagrams on their cells. Sure, let's go. For those who are tuning in right now, we're currently doing the world event, and we're going to be doing some Divine Arena and Pit very soon. Ron's is... Oh, I just skipped the dialogue. No! Ron's, it's not too late for you. Let me help you. No, go to hell. That's not nice. All right. First things first, we're gonna summon our range unit over here. This Grace of Rockfleet. We'll actually summon our other unit over here as well. Spread out the damage. So not only will we be able to deal damage to their units, we give an attack boost to our units because we got a kill, and then also at the end of turn, we'll deal damage to their units at the end of turn. Okay, next thing, we're going to summon our range unit over here. Oh no, my alarm. What was that one? Oh, oh, that's the other alarm. That's what happened. Okay, yeah. I put an alarm reminder for me to know that the Demigods discount is going to be over in 5 minutes. So see if we can get through to where I need to go in chapter 3. All right, so we have enough damage over here, so we're just going to skip the turn. That flower, it poisoned me. It made me do this. It's okay, buddy. I'll find a way to fix everything. Okay, so that was Charon over there. Gotta close this out. Claim our rewards. And now we're at the end of chapter 2. So we got some more rewards for our guild, and then also more chest rewards. Charon, Soulcatcher. Charon knows that soon Pangea will run out of burial places. Armed with a shovel, Charon began to bury the dead outside of it, in places no mortal man can visit. Charon made a pact with General Zorma on certain terms. Charon's lamp must be burning at all times. If the fire dies, Charon will never be able to return to Pangea from the lower worlds. Okay. Alright, so now we're in chapter 3. Gotta defeat this Thorn apple. Gonna buy some more attempts. And we have a skill here. So whenever one of our range units appears, they will be poisoned. And on the second turn, they will summon an Echonops. Sure. All right, let's go. You poisoned my friend, and now he's talking... Yeah, I'm not going to read that. And wants to kill me. What can I say? Long live the Flos... Kingdom? I won't let that happen. An antidote. Now. All right. Trying to keep the stream family friendly, but I can't do that with the dialogue coming in. All right, so they summoned a ranged unit over here. It has flight, also has poison. We're going to ignore that unit for now, as we have been before. We'll summon our melee unit here. Mark these units for damage. Okay, is this the Echonops? Oh, it is. All right, great. So whenever it attacks, it deals damage to our warlord. We have a lot of health, so that is okay, but just got to cover that skill so that we know what threats we have. So we have our damage at the beginning. So those are all gone. We'll summon our extra summon. We'll summon our ranged unit over here. And we're pretty close to lethal. We're threatening lethal with another summon. I guess this will be blocked. We'll probably have to summon a unit on this line over here or this line over here. All right, so we'll do our destruction skill, and then we'll summon our range unit. And there we go. That was Thorn Apple. Okay, we're going to claim our rewards, and now we're on the quest here to open legendary chests and event shop 4 times. I'm just going to close this out and see if we have the Demigods Fable still active. No, we do not. So it looks like we don't have to rush that anymore, so that's cool. Takes the load off my mind. All right, so we'll go back here. Open the legendary chest and event shop 4 times. This is one of the quests I was talking about from chapter 2, where we do need to save the sparks, so that's why we held off. We go to the shop, and each one of these costs 5,000 sparks. We have 14k, so hopefully we'll roll some bonus sparks. So yeah, let's see what we got. Okay, got some Mr. Flap. That's cool. Okay, opening number 2. Got some bonus sparks. This is precisely what we want. A little less than the cost, so we did lose a little bit of sparks, but that's fine. We'll open up number 3. We're going to hold off on opening this bonus chest. Hey, all right. Cool. So we did get the other bonus sparks, so we actually got some more. And then we'll open up number 4. And we got some Charon. Charon's always good to get. Getting this up closer to level 16. All right, we'll claim our rewards now since we do have the 4. And now we'll go to the first branch of chapter 3. So on the bottom down here, we have 600 souls of legendary heroes and summons earned chest, except event shop quests. And then on the top here, we have defeat other players using the skin Harbinger of Darkness 2 times. And then also boost any one of the event legendaries 9 times. We're going to do this one here. So let us go back to our squad. We need to switch to the Harbinger of Darkness skin, which is over here in the Void Spirit family. If you don't have the skin, you'll have to purchase it using some amount of gems. I don't know how much it is, but it's somewhere between, I think it's like 25 to 4,500 gems max. All right, so we'll do that. And then we're going to go to our friends section and then go to the disciples. and fight a disciple. This should count for the quest to defeat 2 times. There can't be the shadow without the light. I'm not the shadow, I apologize. All right, so we'll just summon our ranged unit over here, and should be good for lethal, which it is. Okay, and it does count towards the quest completion, so we'll do that one more time. Just going down to our lowest level disciple here. Okay, we're starting first. We'll summon another ranged unit, and there we go. Okay, so we have defeated the other players. That's good. I'm going to go back and switch our skin, so that way we can prepare for the future battles. Okay, back to here. Okay, we'll claim our reward. And we'll do actually the bottom quest over here. We do have a couple of legendary souls that we can get, and we'll actually do it through a combination of, we'll do pit. That's how we're going to do it. So we're going to close this out. We are now going to do some pit in order to get this done. We're going to actually switch our Warlord skin again back to pirate because we are doing pit. Also going to do a request here, get some more of these. The reason why we're requesting this one is because it evolves into this Caesar's head, this one that deals damage whenever one of our units is destroyed. Also has a lot of health, so we're going to use that for a different build. Going to equip our pet. And we should have also 3 pit attempts. Cool. So we did end up saving the bosses for last time. As you see here, only 31 health. So we're not going to cover this too much, but we're just going to get into the battle and get it done. Okay, so we're just we'll shuffle and see if we can actually get rid of some trashier units. This one's actually pretty bad. So we'll summon this. And there we go. Sorry guys, my nose is itchy this morning. All right, cool. So we did get the legendary chest from here. It has 200 souls, and as you see, it does count. So as long as we can keep beating pit bosses, we'll be good. So we got some elixir, got some sparks, and got some tinker. Great. Okay, we're moving on to the next boss here, Noir Heavenclaw. Let's take a look at their skills. So whenever block triggers on their side, meaning if we attack a unit that has block on their side, they'll get plus attack to their units. Every 3rd turn, we'll take damage on 2 of our lines, and on the 6th turn, we'll take damage to our melee units. Meaning we want to avoid summoning as many melee units as we can to avoid the damage, but if we have to, we'll summon them. And attack boost over here, and a little bit of damage on our line. This shouldn't be too much of an issue, but just know that we're going to be taking some damage to our units. So yeah, let's go. Okay, got a lot of stuff going on their side. So they have these magic spots that give block to their units, and then they have this building here that gives mental shield to one of their units. So first things first, we're going to do our damage pentagrams. As you can see, they're pretty balanced in terms of coverage. We're missing something over here, and we don't have anything over here, but this line is pretty okay. We're probably going to hold off on summoning units on this line, just because we have the magic spots covered over here. If we have to destroy something, we'll do that. But for the time being, we'll get rid of this building first to get rid of the mental shield. So first things first, let's summon our... Actually, let me take a look at this here. Damage on the side. Yeah, this is fine. We'll summon our ranged unit over here. It has decent health, and then also can give an attack boost at the end for every empty cell, meaning cells that don't have anything on them, such as a building or a rune or another rune. So we're just attacking this, so we can get rid of this first, and then we'll spread out our damage. All right, so they have this unit here that gives block to their units at the end, and then also reflex damage whenever any one of their units are attacked. Be enough to destroy that. We have it landed on the magic spot here, so we'll take damage. We'll summon our ranged unit here. When it attacks, it will silence a unit. So that means no more of that reflect damage. And then we can destroy this here. It also has this Hellgate when it comes into play. It protects this unit, and then also can do summons, which will help us to deal more damage. Lovely. All right, so the summons unit here that has block also transforms the unit that attacks into a box. In this case, no more Hellgate. We do want to deal enough damage to actually destroy the stuff over here. we do know that in a couple of turns we'll take damage to our units. This is fine. We're gonna do this so that we can actually open up some of these lanes. So we'll do our summons. Attack that on the magic spot. We'll summon our melee unit over here just to get rid of this building. Okay, damage over there, damage over there, damage there, and damage there. All right, so we took some damage on 2 of the lines, as you saw from the skill over here. And then we have the magic spot being to deal damage to this unit. Okay, so they did land on the magic spot again. They have here, whenever it kills, it gets block. So you can see the block over there. We're going to summon our ranged unit that deals damage to their, summon this melee unit that deals damage to a ranged unit over here. Okay, you silence this unit here, then destroyed because of the magic spot over here. Okay, in 2 turns, we're going to take more damage on our units in the line, and then also damage to our melee units. So we have 2 over here. We're going to continue and summon ranged units to keep it going. We're going to spread out the damage a little bit and actually put this ranged unit over here. We want to destroy this unit because it gets regeneration and also gets a little bit of attack boost. It is on a magic spot right now, so it will be destroyed in a couple of turns, but we can also speed up the damage by summoning another unit to attack that. Okay, next turn the skills will go off, so as long as we don't have too many melee units, we should be okay. Okay, destroyed over there. Okay, all of these are melee units, which is unfortunate. So what we'll do is we can summon a unit that we don't mind losing. Or we can summon, this one's good too. Yeah, you know what? We'll summon this unit here with the high health. So this unit here has flight, and then also gives block to our warlord. Also gives some attack boost, so that's cool. So regeneration there, damage there, damage there. Okay, and then our melee units did take damage. This unit is now vulnerable. We do kind of want to keep this unit alive because of the silence skill that it has, but if not, we'll just keep on picking off their units and going from there. All right, so that's on the magic spot, so that's cool. We'll summon our melee unit here with the high health. Okay, it gets an attack boost whenever it attacks, and then also has a plus health whenever it comes into play. As you can see, this ranged unit is slowly getting an attack boost for every empty cell. So now we're probably going to protect this unit with another ranged unit or some melee unit over here. Okay, so we have damage there, damage there. We're going to do a shuffle to put some units here for protection. We'll summon this building in front of here. And this building will deal damage to their warlord at the beginning of the turn, and then also deal damage to units when they come into play. That'll help us speed up the amount of damage that we're doing to their units. If they do end up landing on a magic spot, which they are doing quite frequently. It's kind of surprising. There we go. They summon another one of those units to transform that unit. We'll transform over here. Actually, we'll silence to attack. Yeah, we'll summon this unit here. When it comes into play, it deals damage to order units. So that's why we're able to destroy that here. Okay, we have our magic spot. Whoops. We'll take our damage first, and then we have the magic spot to destroy this here. Okay, we'll summon our ranged unit to protect this unit because of the transform box. Okay, we do have this unit here that does have Reborn, so when it dies, it will come back with its same skills and stats. And then also, because most of their units seem to be order, it will deal some damage when it comes back into play. So damage, and see, comes back into play. Take the damage over there. The magic spots will destroy these, so we can avoid the units over there. We'll summon our melee unit over here to spread out the damage. Okay, and then another unit will be destroyed over here. Next turn, the 2 skills will go off in that exact order, so we'll have the damage on our lines, and then also the melee units taking damage. Okay, so that being the case, we're going to do our attack boost to our melee units. And let me see, we have lethal 100, 200, 300. Yeah, we have lethal right now. I'm just going to do a cycle and see if we can get rid of some bad units. This one's pretty bad in terms of the stats. So let's summon this over here. So damage, damage, and there we go. So that was Noir Heavenclaw. Got some rewards. Looks like we collected 400 copper coins, so that's cool. Got some sparks, got some legendaries. Getting pretty close to finishing this quest here. I'm gonna just close this out so we can avoid the extra pop-ups that keep occurring. I wanna avoid getting the game frozen. All right, so we'll close those out. Okay, we are now on Calamity Jane. We have some legendary chests still going. We have one attempt. Let's take a look at their skills. So at the end of the turn, we'll give plus attack to women on their side. I assume that most of their units are going to be women. On the 4th turn, we'll give evasion to their units. And then on the 6th turn, we'll kill all enemy males. So a couple things. One is that they're going to get attack boosts. Number 2 is that we want to destroy their units before the 4th turn, because then they'll get evasion, and then we'll have a much harder time destroying them. And on the 6th turn, we'll have our male units being destroyed. You can see here from the symbol, this one here being the female, and then the blue one with the pointed up is male. And so we want to avoid summoning male units if we can. All right, so let's go. For those who are tuning in right now, we're currently doing some pit, and we're also in the world event right now. We're currently on chapter 3, and hopefully we can get through to the end. All right, so we're currently on Pirate. I probably should have switched my Warlord, but yeah, Pirate's been going pretty good right now. So as you can see, we do have male unit, female unit, and a male unit. I remember this stuff here. We will have 6 turns to actually do some damage. So we'll do our pentagrams first. And you see they're covered behind this line, so that's pretty good. And we have coverage over here, but nothing over here. Could do that. Just trying to see what makes the most sense. We're going to go for protection. So we're actually going to summon this melee unit behind the building. We'll mark these 2 units for damage with their skill here when it comes into play. And we'll mark these for damage for units around. Okay, they did land on the magic spot, so that's good. You'll see the damage at the beginning of the turn. Okay, so we just need to deal a few points of damage over here. We're going to summon this female unit over here. Deal some damage, and then the magic spot will then destroy this here. Okay, so in 2 turns, their units are going to get evasion, so we want to destroy all of them, or as many as we can before they do get evasion. So damage over there, and damage over there. Okay, got our magic spot. Or not a magic spot, but our unit here with the damage at the beginning of the turn. We don't have any ranged units, so we'll have to put some damage behind. And so ranged units heals for a little bit of health, so we need to factor that in. So 46 and 26, so 20. So we need to deal 123. We'll do a shuffle. Okay. Hey, we have a building. Building's gonna be nice. Buildings here, they don't have any gender, so they're not going to be affected by that kill all enemy males. So we'll summon a building over. We'll summon our building over here, just so we can cover the bottom lane. We had our building deal damage to units at the end of the turn, so that's why we're able to destroy this over here. Okay, so next turn, this unit is going to get evasion, but it's also on the magic spot, so we're going to avoid that. All of these units are male, so we don't want to summon them quite yet. So we have the choice of either summoning or shuffling. I think we're going to shuffle so we can actually find a female unit. In this case, we do. We find this female unit over here. We'll summon this one behind the building. Also giving some extra damage along the lines. In 2 turns, our male units are going to be destroyed. And so that means that our spore load over here is going to be destroyed unless we give it mental shield, which we currently don't have right now. We can save our summons also for when the skill goes off. So we'll have damage over here. We actually don't mind having this unit destroyed because when it dies, it sets the health of 2 of their units to 1, and then we can actually then just attack them as normal. Okay, so that is unfortunate. This unit did deal extra damage to our ranged units, so that's why this one is destroyed. We'll summon our female unit on the health pentagram over here. We'll destroy this in combat, and then the skill will go off. All our male units are now destroyed. That's fine. I mean, we did want to keep this unit alive, but we still have our building, which again doesn't have a gender, so that's why it wasn't destroyed. Okay, ranger over here. Our building will actually destroy this next turn, so What we'll do our summons to, we'll start pushing for damage, because eventually over time their units will be able to wipe us out because of the kill all enemy males. So we'll just we'll summon as many males as we can at this point, because we're far away from the timer. So we'll have combat to okay, combat plus the building will actually destroy this. We'll summon our flight unit over here. It also has mental shield, so it'll prevent some damage going in. And right now we're just going to pile on the damage in terms of the attackers and then also our building. Okay, so this is going to get evasion next turn, but it already has evasion, so we're not too concerned about that. We do have a female unit, so that's good. Summon our female unit behind here with the extra health over here and the metal shield. Okay, well, we're just going to let our magic spots and our building do the work against this unit. Okay, what is our skill here? So whenever an order unit appears, we'll summon a puppet on one of our cells, so that's good. Okay, we have this unit. We have the Charon here that will give mental shield to one of their units before we attack. So we want to destroy this if we can. We'll summon our male unit here. Has decent attack. Also, whenever it's attacked, it will reflect damage to 2 of their units. So in this case, if it does get attacked, we can potentially destroy this unit here. I see a nice little combo going on over here. So we have this building, the one that I did mention, the Caesar's Head. So the Caesar's Head, whenever one of our units, or whenever one of their units are destroyed, it will give mental shield to one of our units. So we'll actually be able to protect some of our units. We'll summon our unit here to guard against damage. We do have this damage rune over here. That's going to deal damage to our units, but that's fine. As you see, one of their units was destroyed, and now this unit has mental shield. If our units have mental shield, they can avoid taking the kill. So that is why we summon this unit here. All right, so we have our, let's see, damage over there. We do have another female unit, so that's good. We'll summon that. When it comes into play, it has these 2 crystals. Those crystals will give mental shield to the Flame Heli over here. And then we'll also have some units to block in the line for damage. Okay. This is also good because we're comboing with our Caesar's Head, so whenever one of the puppets come into play, because of the order unit, whenever they summon an order unit, we'll remove negative effects from us, and then also we'll deal damage to their warlord whenever it dies. Let's see here. So we'll have combat. We're going to summon our range unit over here. We'll get rid of the damage pentagram, or the damage rune. Get some kills. Hopefully we can get a mental shield on this unit. Okay, not quite. And, oh, that's unfortunate. So this one did die, and that's okay. We got rid of some of our extra stuff. We have another 6 turns to deal damage to them with melee units, and most of our units are protected, so that's good. Oof. Okay, so those are now dead. The extra pentagrams over there. Let's see. Magic Spot will destroy this. We'll summon our range unit over here, behind the unit with the reflect damage. Okay, and we're just piling on the damage as mentioned before. Next turn, we'll summon a melee unit to get rid of this damage rune over here. We don't mind the puppet being destroyed because then we can remove the negative effects as well. All right, so combat over here. Melee, okay, so that should be destroyed. Okay, we'll summon our unit over here. Gives an extra attack rune, as you see this little red blip over here. We could have given an attack boost to this unit, but that's fine. We do have our building that is still dealing damage at the end of the turn. And so we're in pretty good shape. We have the line blocked with the building and the metal shield. We have this building here with the high health, and then also giving damage to their warlord. We have our attackers over here that reflect damage, and then we have this puppet that is also reflecting damage. We're going to protect this. We're going to summon our melee unit over here. Also, one of the weaker units, so we're just going to get rid of that. Okay, we got our building damage over here, and we are currently threatening lethal on this line right here. Okay, What does the unit do? Okay, so it gives mental shield to 2 of their units, also heals units around whenever we summon. We'll do our boost, and then we will shuffle out, see if we can find any other trashier units. We'll get rid of this building. We'll place it in front of this building to protect. I played Circuit on this got fat and dominated that. Do you mean this particular pit boss? Yeah, Circuit itself is going to be pretty good. 1, she's a female unit. And 2, she has a lot of health, and then she also gets regeneration, so that's why she alone can actually dominate this entire battle. But yeah, we got it through there. Where we ran through 1 cycle of having our male units being, actually 2 cycles of our male units being destroyed, but we did have those mental shield creators, so that's why we were able to get it through. So we did get the legendary units, got some mantis, got some sparks, cool, and we did get the 600 souls. Might as well do a pit preview for the next one. So next one here is Lady Moonlight. Let's take a look at their skills. So whenever Splash is triggered, it will deal damage to our Warlord. Splash triggered meaning that if they attack with a unit that has Splash and deals damage around other units. All right, on the second turn, we'll summon a Nightfall to the first row, and then on the 6th turn, we'll deal damage to all of our units for every Nightfall. So that being the case, we'll have to destroy the Nightfalls when they come out, or after they come out, and then make sure we have them destroyed on the before the 6th turn so that we don't take damage to our units. We don't have any more attempts, but we do have 2 more days, and as you can see, we're doing pretty good. So we'll have that done, and we'll also have this Tempest Fugate, which we can fight later. All right, so we'll claim our rewards, and we will continue on. We have the next journey boss, defeat the Meat King. Let me just switch out our Warlord back to the what do you call them? The geisha. Give the pet as well. Okay, we're running a little low on gems, but this is okay. We have some stuff in the backup. So what is Nightfall? Nightfall is, from what I remember last time, it is a shard that not only does it give mental shield to one of their units at the end of the turn, but it also gives splash to one of their units. I don't quite remember, but we can cover it for tomorrow's stream. All right, so let's go defeat the Meat King. Gonna get an attempt over here, and we set skill. So whenever one of their units appears, it will set one of our units' health, enemy being us, to 1. All right, so let's go. Tonight we dine on Corbo's bones. You know, I liked you much more when you were dead. That is so rude. All right, we'll start with our range unit actually over here. And the reason why we're just getting some protection along the line, want to deal as much damage as we can to their units before we have our unit's health set to 1. Okay, so you can see here, we'll set one of our buildings to 1. We'll do our summons. So that way we can get some more damage on the board. We'll summon this unit here to mark their units for damage with our skill. It's got the damage over there. And then also at the beginning of the turn, we'll be able to deal damage to their units. Also, since we have more units on the board now, there's less of a chance that one of our units that we do want to keep alive will be set to 1. So we did our destruction skill, so that's good. We'll summon our Mr. Flap so that we have immunity for this unit, so it won't be affected by the setting the health to 1. We're currently threatening lethal on 2 of these lanes. And then also if this unit's still alive, we'll be able to mark their units for destruction as mentioned. All right, in this case, nope. We'll summon our ranged unit over here and it should be good for lethal. So 100 and 200, yep. I can't bring my friend back from the dead, but what you did, it's sick. You need to be locked up in some loony bin. I doubt you'll find one where they can cure my insanity. Well, that leaves me no choice but to kill you for good. But first I need to help Franz. Nice. Okay, so that was the Meat King. I hope you're watching, Like Dog. I have defeated the Meat King. This chapter is called Meatloaf? What is going on? When did you start playing Flap and Shroomkin? I started playing it either this morning or the day before, and the reason why is because I wanted to combo with our other units that set the health to either 5 or the Grace of Rockfleet that deals damage. So basically, if they attack the Mr. Flap, their health would be set to 1, and then we can just shoot it with the Grace of Rockfleet. Also, same thing with Mr. The Shroomkin. Also deals damage at the beginning of turn, so it'll help us set up for board wipes easier. And we don't mind them being silenced, particularly the Shroom, because it already has high health, so that's fine. All right, so we'll claim our reward, and we'll move on. So we are on branch 2 of chapter 3. We have down here, spend 40,000 sparks, and then on the top we have summon demigods or gods 20 times, and then also Soulbind the event legendaries 9 times. We're gonna go to our event shop and see if we can get the bonus sparks. So we'll do number 1. 5k 40. Got some, so that's nice. Number 2. It's running very good right now. Okay, got some Flos. All right, number 3, or number 4 actually. Mr. Flap. Okay, and close this out. All right, we'll spend the gems in order to get the demigods going. We don't have our bonus anymore, so that's unfortunate, but we still have some gems, so we'll do that. We're gonna go to shop. Okay, we'll go to our demigods. We'll spend for the 10. I gotta do the math here. 12, 90, so 13. Actually, wait, 1300 times 2 is already 26, so we should be good anyways. All right, so we'll spend for the demigods first time. Okay, open all these chests. Okay, got some shark. Shark is good. For those who are tuning in right now, we're currently doing the world event. We just finished up some pit, and yeah, we're gonna open up some gems, right? Or open up some chests over here. So I was just doing some math. 1300 right off the get-go to spend for 10 demigods chests. We do get a discount if you do purchase immediately, which we will, because we do want to open up another 10. Hey, we got the open epic chest quest done. That is one of the tougher quests to do in the hunt. So pretty happy about that. Okay, getting some more. Got a lot of Grace of Rock fleets that we're going to eventually turn into our units. Hey, Mr. Shroom. Love it. Spore Loath. Big Spore Loath. Looks like we're only getting 1 legendary chest off of our 10x demigods. So that's not too good. Before it used to be 2. Let us claim this reward over here. You know what? Since we're getting pretty close to the end, we're just gonna avoid spending for the sparks. That's fine. We'll miss out on the, what do you call, the extra difference. So 38 minus 22 is 16. But since we're gonna be potentially finishing the event now, we're gonna get the extra days to spend on the journey bosses. So we'll skip this. We'll claim our reward here, and we'll move on. Will I evolve the event rares? Typically, it's complicated. I would say no, just because we do need them for, actually, yeah, well, we'll need them for the legendaries, which we want to focus more on. But once the legendaries get to level 16, we'll pretty much stop evolving, just so that we can pass for the events. And then also, we don't need to level up our rares that much unless we're on high growth. So we usually just hold off for them. But yeah, good question. All right, so now we're on defeat Schizoid. Let's take a look at their unit, or let's take a look at their skills after. So we do have gems, so that's good. Place 12 extra attack pentagrams on the ally cells. So probably most likely they'll start with all extra attack runes. All right, so we'll fight and let's go. Schizoid over here. Okay, Franz, I've got an antidote. Who are you talking to? There's no Franz. There's only, well, his name is Schizoid. I know, I get it, all right. Looks like I'll just have to pour it down your throat myself. Gross. All right, so let us start with our summon, and we'll summon our Grace of Rock fleet to blow up some buildings over here. Okay, so we defeated 2, and then we have the, I guess we shouldn't have destroyed the buildings, because then those buildings would block these extra attack runes, but that's okay. We have attack boost on this unit over here. And yeah, I don't mind the early give up because their units aren't that strong. All right, so they summon this High Tanker, has damage to our nature units, which we don't have. Also heals for Warlord whenever it's attacked, and then the Mini Tesla X over there. That gives an attack boost and then also deals damage whenever a unit is destroyed. We'll summon our Yoster over here to silence this unit. Okay, got some damage over there. Got some extra attack boost. Okay, and we summon this Yoster because we'll set up for the board wipe with the damage at the beginning of the turn here. We are threateningly lethal on 2 lanes, so that's good. Okay, this one is nothing too serious. We'll mark for destruction, and then we'll attack. What? Where am I? It's okay, Franz, you're safe, although your skin looks a bit greener now. But there's nothing to be embarrassed about. No one will see you here in the graveyard after all. I appreciate you saving my life, Lord Protector, but to be honest, I've just realized how much I hate this job. Right, I get it. But sometimes we gotta do what we gotta do, right? That is correct. Alright, so we have defeated the Schizoid. I guess they're called Schizoid because they were under schizophrenia for... I guess they turned back, so that's cool. We'll claim our rewards and move on. So next quest here, level up any one of the event legendaries to level 14. We do have one already, which we actually did see was that Mr. Flap, so we'll claim that. And we'll move on. So the next quest here is defeat the Weed. Fight them. We still have some gems, so that's cool. All right, so whenever a ranged unit appears on our side, we'll be poisoned for a little bit, and then on the second turn, we'll summon 2 Echinopses, which are the plants that deal damage to the Warlord. You ruined my plans for blooming Pangea, and I'll punish you for it. Haven't you heard? I'm the Lord Protector of Pangea. I decide what it's going to look like. Smooth. All right, so we'll do our summon first, and then we'll summon our Grace of Rock Fleet behind the summon. As you can see, when it did come into play, it got poisoned for a little bit. These battles haven't been taking too long, so hopefully that poison won't be too much of an issue. All right, and the next turn, they're going to have these 2 Echinopses. Okay, we'll summon our Yoster over here. The reason why we're summoning it over here is because if this unit does destroy something, we'll be able to give an attack boost, which we then can use for later on. This one is under drugs, not under mind control. Oh yeah, because they mentioned about the antidote that they were going to give, and the shoving down the throat. All right, so mark for damage, so that's good. Oops. All right, we'll do our destruction skill, and then we'll summon this melee unit here to give an attack boost to our units. And there we go. Next time, you won't be here to stop me. There will be no next time, silly. That is correct. All right, so that was Weed. We have defeated the Weed. All right, so we'll claim our reward, and now we're on the final branch of Chapter 3. We have on the bottom down here, leveling up Mr. Flap to level 16, which we do have. And on the top here, summon God 3 times, and then also reborn any one of the event legendaries 9 times. This one is typically going to be done on the bottom as opposed to the top because these God chests, each one of these costs 5,000 gems. So 15,000. You also have to be at level 7 of your VIP, which you can only do by doing premium purchases. And a lot of people I know aren't doing that. So we'll do this here. We'll claim Mr. Flap's reward. Okay, and now we're on this quest here to open bonus chests in event shop 3 times. So we'll do that. We'll go to the shop. The bonus chest bar over here has been filling up, and we've been saving them since the very beginning of this event. We'll open it now. So that is number 1. Got some Charon. Charon is good. We'll open up number 2. Oh, and we're a little short for chapter 3, or the third one. We got some Flos, so that's good. We're going to open up this over here, which should fill the bar. Okay, got some Mr. Flap. And then we'll open up the bonus chest for number 3. Some more Mr. Flap. Nice. Cool. We can actually level them up later. All right, we're going to open these later because we just want to get this quest done. So we'll claim this. Now we're on the final quest of Chapter 3. So we now are going to defeat Mr. Flap if we can. Let's take a look at their skills. Oh, we gotta buy one more. So whenever an ally appears, meaning one of their units come into play, it will set 2 of our units' health to 1. I got 3 times Charon, which sucks because I need all of them. Yeah, Charon is actually very good. If you get him to level 16, regardless of the reborn stat, it will give you 3 extra attack runes. So yeah, keep that in mind. All right, so let's fight Mr. Flap and let's get it done. It's funny, I actually hit it home with your friend's body. You did, but enough talking. You're right. I am actually already thinking about the best way to sew up your mouth. Oh man, this is going to be so sweet. I'm going to be able to defeat Mr. Flap with Mr. Flap. All right, so let's see here. Setting the health. Okay, just got to remember. So we'll summon our Mr. Flap, and the reason why is because it has an immune skill, so it can avoid the setting the health of our units to 1. I have level 6 reborn 1. Are you saying for Mr. Flap or Charon? I assume you're talking about Charon, just because you just mentioned Charon before. We'll do our summon. And then we'll summon this Yoster over here to actually silence this unit to avoid the reborn and the extra damage. Okay, still waiting for them to set our health to 1. In this case, it was the building. We marked these units for destruction. Yeah. Actually, you know what? We'll summon our Grace of Rockleap so that we can deal some damage, get some attack boost to our units. And we're pretty close to lethal. Actually, we have lethal in 2 lanes over here. So as long as these aren't destroyed, we should be good. Okay. Yeah. So this does have a death trigger, but even the death trigger, if it does land on this, it's fine, and we have lethal over here, so we're just gonna skip the turn. All right, and that was Mr. Flap. Now listen to me very carefully. I'm going to dismantle your body and bury it piece by piece in different lead sarcophagi in the lower worlds. No, you won't do this. Watch me. And for now, tell me where Corvo's body is. It deserves a proper burial. So that was Mr. Flap. Fun to defeat Mr. Flap with Mr. Flap. Love the irony. All right, cool. And so let's claim the reward. And we have now completed the event. Got some extra bonus for our rewards. We got 1 medal, 1 foot in the grave. This nice little skull thing. Claim our... Okay. Was there another gallery thing? Yes. All right, Mr. Flap. The dark streets of Pangea are deserted at this time since everybody knows that the infamous Mr. Flap is searching for new volunteers for his experiments. Cut it up, pull it out, replace it, and stitch it up. Pop it, twist it, pull it, whatever. He's very good at what he does, but you won't be too happy if you survive this experience. Let's take a look over here. All right, cool. And so, yeah, that was the event. We're just going to spend some sparks over here because that's pretty much what we have left. Yay. I love Miss Flos. Got some extra sparks. And we're pretty much free to do whatever we want with this event because we are done. We're getting some extra bonus stuff, so that's cool. Okay, I don't want to take up too much of your guys' time because we could be potentially doing this forever, so we're just going to close this out. We'll do some Divine Arena because we are now done with the event, which is really cool. I'm just going to claim this here before. So that way we don't see the pop-ups coming up. Okay, so now we will go to Divine Arena and let's check them out. So we have a Trixie on the left. We have a King of the North on the right. We have on the flavor text to use death to get some benefits. And then also, I guess they're both death. Sure. All right, let's go. Okay, got a pretty interesting one going on over here. Let's take a look at their skills. So deals damage to all of our units and then also summons these 2 spearmen in the first column, which is right here. We're going to start with... We'll start with our melee unit down here. And the reason why is because not only does it survive because it has Reborn, We'll also open up the spot in case it is destroyed, and that will allow us to then summon either a ranged unit or a melee unit in the spot. If we summon it in the melee unit spot, we can only summon melee units. Right, so let us see what makes sense now. We'll summon our building here. Same reasoning with the positioning over here. Will you spend the rest of the sparks at the end of the stream? I wonder if you'll get another bonus chest. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, sure, why not? Absolutely. All right, so we'll summon this melee unit over here. This melee unit has extra attack, and then it also gives extra attack to a random chaos unit whenever it dies. So in this case, it'll be over here. They summon this building here that deals damage whenever one of their units dies, but we are currently threatening lethal anyways, and they just give up. Nice. All right, so we got some epics. And we were originally going to do the Divine Arena at that other quest in Chapter 2, where you have to get sparks to open up the epic chest, but that's fine. We show you here that you get some gold, got some sparks, so that's good, and some epics, which you could potentially use for the quest at the end of chapter, or middle of Chapter 2, where it says you have to get the event souls. All right, so that was Trixie over there. Let's do the King of the North side. Okay, let's take a look at the Trixie skills here. So attack boost to chaos units and then kill all wounded units. We're going to use pretty much the same strategy for this side. So what we're going to do is we're going to summon we'll summon a unit that we don't mind losing. So we'll summon this over here. Have that destroyed. Next turn, we'll summon a attacker to hopefully get us some damage going. Okay, they summon their own unit. Wipe some stuff out here. We'll summon this unit with the high attack. It also has a skill to get summons around themselves if they do destroy something, but we're just summoning it for the attack, and we should have lethal in 2 turns, assuming they don't find a way to get rid of this unit or block it. Okay, this is fine. All right, so they summon this tree that gives negative attack to our units. We'll do our skill first. This is fine. I don't mind this happening. And then we're going to do our summons over here to get rid of some runes, or get rid of some death runes, and then also open up some spots. Let's see, we need to deal 38, 21, just doing some math. We need to deal 23, and we do have it right here. So yeah, there you go. That was King of the North side over there. Pretty simple. We started with wiping out their death runes, or wiping out a death rune so that we can have a spot to summon, and then we had our units with attack, and then since they have death runes on their side, they're not able to block. All right, so there we go. It's got some more sparks, got some more Shaolin, so that's cool. Got some Divine Arena's gonna reset in about a day or so, so we'll check back in maybe in a couple days. I really wish we did had some more pit attempts, because right now we can potentially get these done on stream, but that's fine. We'll save it for tomorrow. All right, so that was that. Somebody did request that we will open some sparks, so let's keep on going for that. We do have a bonus chest open, so let's go. Okay, got some more Charon. Got some more Flos. At this point right now, we do want a lot of Charon, but Mr. Flap is also good too. This 140 is the minimum amount that we're getting from Chapter 3, so yeah, kind of disappointing, but I mean, we just finished the event, so we have 5 days to get as many sparks as we can. And we're pretty close to the level 5 bonus chest, so that's cool. All right, so that was that. Let us... Yeah, we'll do some League while we're here. All right, so we'll go to the League. We'll open up these chests that we were saving before. We wanted to save this epic chest, but that's fine. We open up the epic chest, get some sparks. 60 for the epic chest over here. We're going to get 40 off of this big blue chest, which you'll see here. Oh, it's 60. Okay, great. And then over here for the rares, we're going to get 40. So yeah, just factor that in if you need to get some sparks for the event. All right, cool. So also another reason why we got rid of those legendary chests that we were saving is so that we do have the extra spots available and so that we can grind some more chests to get some more sparks. All right, so we have 8 battles to go. All right, let's do this. And we're going to take a swing at pretty much every warlord that we can, even if they do have high health at this point, because, yeah, I think our squad is pretty good. Still going to be outclassed a little bit, but yeah, what are you going to do? All right, they already have this unit here that deals damage to our nature units. Tesla X. As I say that, this is the first boss. This is the first warlord that I'm going to surrender to. Reason why is because the positioning over there for the Tesla X behind the Tinker makes it pretty much impossible to get rid of it, and so we're going to be taking extra damage whenever we lose a unit. All right, so this one's a little better. We'll start with our Grace of Rock fleet behind the building here. Get some damage on the buildings. Okay, so they have their block runes over here. They got the Rocker Boys with the Splash. They are male units, so we'll have to keep that in mind. All right, our Grace of Rock fleet is now destroyed, which is unfortunate. We'll summon our summon over here, and then we'll summon our Frost over here. We'll set the health of this unit to 1, and then we'll destroy it with the skill over here. Next turn, we'll either summon our Shaolin to give this unit protection. Okay, those are destroyed. That's not what we wanted to see. Damage over there, damage over there. Don't have enough damage to actually destroy this. It's unfortunate. We'll summon our Shaolin over here, give this an attack boost. I don't want to spend too much time actually trying to destroy this, especially since this unit here will deal damage at the end of the turn to this unit. We'll mark these for destruction. Well, at least mark this for destruction. Okay, so we got that extra damage going on over there, and we already took the lethal because of the Grace of Rock fleet. Okay, we got this warlord over here. We got the ogre, got the silence, got the stones with the heal. Okay, got this grandma over here with flight, also giving some extra summons whenever they kill something. Let's see. We'll start with our summon, and then we'll summon our Blair over here. We'll set the health of this to 5, and then the skill here will then destroy this at the end of the turn. Okay, so they have this unit here that has the bleeding and then also the attack steal. We're going to summon our... Let's see, got damage over there, damage over there. Yes, we're going to summon our Frost over here. So you'll see our units do get some bleeding and they have their attack stolen, but the health of this unit will be set to 1, and then we'll have the skill to destroy that over there. We also don't mind the attack steal because of the silence that is going to happen in a couple of turns. If they don't do the silence, we'll still have our units with the skills, so either result is going to be fine. All right, so we'll have that over there. We want to summon another unit to actually freeze this. So we'll summon our Grace behind the building. Or not the building, but the unit over here. Setting the health to 1. And at this point, like I said, we don't mind having our units being silenced because then we'll be able to attack with these units. And if we don't, we can still freeze their units as well. Okay, so let us see. We got the health boost over there. Got that over there. We'll summon our building. I guess we got a block for damage. All right, so we have the damage that's happening at the beginning of the turn with the Yoster over here. I wanted to put out this building just so we can block the lane. We could have blocked for damage, but I do want to... I realize that this is going to be a longer battle than usual, so we do need to keep some of our units alive. So we have damage, damage, damage. This unit does poison damage at the end to 2 of our units, and then also damage to us. Have those over there. Yeah, I don't think we're going to make it out of this one because we have too much damage that's going on over there. So, unfortunate. But, yeah, gotta do what we gotta do. Alright, we're gonna win one battle. One battle is all we need to get this started. Alright, so we'll start with our Mr. Flap because of the immunity, and then also the setting the health of their units to 1. We can follow up with our summon to destroy it, or we can just have our... We actually have a building over here that deals damage to their units anyways, so that'll be cool. Alright, so they summon the units with the block runes. Block runes aren't going to matter so much anyways, unless they do something like this. They got their Shimuna over here. Oh boy, that extra shard over here. All right, so we'll summon our Frost over here. You actually want to mark this unit for damage, or mark the shard over here. That's giving them Mental Shield for damage. Next turn, we'll do our summon, wipe out these units, and then also then be able to attack this Shimuna. Even though it is on a block rune, should be fine, as we have the damage over here. The Grace of Rocklead is so large. Can't believe it. Alright, so we'll do our summon over here. We'll wipe out the shards and then the buildings. This will be on the counterattack. We'll summon our Blair to set that health to 1. We do need to destroy this, so we actually need to summon this over here. So you'll see the counterattack happen, setting the health to 1. Attack that, and then skill to destroy the Grace of Rocklead over here. Alright, so now they did their summons. Most likely, they got the splash damage over here. Most likely you'll see a Legion show up, and the Legion will give health boost to them and then also attack boost, which will then make it very difficult for us to get rid of these units. Okay, this is good. We have the damage over there. We can summon our building over here to give this protection. I just want to see how much damage this does. Okay, so it deals 52 to units around. The damage, because of how the board is set up, so when they do their extra splash damage, it'll actually deal damage to this row and this row over here. So what we want to do, we're summoning a building over here to protect this unit. We'll have our building damage at the end of the turn over here. I guess we could have used this to block for damage, but this is okay. Oh, we already used our destruction skill too. I forgot about that. Oh. Okay, so we have the Charon over there that deals extra damage to our chaos units. We'll summon our Yoster over here to block for some damage over here. As you can see, when it attacks, it will summon these extra attack runes. We're at 6 health, or 14 health. All right, we won't be able to destroy these. We have the damage over there. Yeah, the Charon is going to protect their units with the Mental Shield. So unfortunate. We used our destruction skill a little early because we were behind in the board once the Grace of Rocklead destroyed our range unit. So we will keep going. We're going to get this done. All right, so we got this Ogre over here, got the Silence, got the Stones with the heal. Relatively low health, so we should be okay. All right, so we have damage over there, damage over there. We'll start with our Mr. Flap here to guard for some damage. When it gets attacked, it will set the health of their unit to 1, and then also because of the immunity skill, we'll be able to avoid the death trigger that this unit does have. We could potentially set 2 units health to 1, And then that'll help us with our board wipes over here. All right, but they do summon a Strick. This Strick gives an attack boost to units. Let's see our damage over there. We'll do our summon. And then we'll summon our Blair behind the building, or the unit rather, setting the health to 5. Damage skill goes at the end of the turn. Destroys these 2 units, and then the death trigger ends up destroying this unit here. Next turn, we'll summon a Frost to get rid of a unit, which I thought we were going to do anyways. We'll summon our Frost actually over here. And the reason why we're summoning this Frost over here is because we need to do it in such a way that we can trigger off the building damage that we're going to have once we summon another order unit. So this is frozen. They set the health of our units to 5. And destroy that. We'll summon our building here to block for some damage, and then the damage at the end of the turn ends up destroying these 2 units here. So it kind of seems like a mirror match. I mean, they pretty much have the same type of removal we do, and so we'll have to get around that. Okay, the Grace of Rockfleet here, damage over there. Okay, I guess we'll summon our own. Deal some damage, extra damage over here. And then we have the building damage at the end of the turn. They still have their silent skill that we're having to play around. See how much damage they deal. 25, wow. So we'll actually be able to destroy our building and then also deal damage to our units over here. Okay, you can see the large attack boost going on. Oh, this is going to be awkward. So we'll do our destruction skill. We'll place our Shaolin to block for damage. Does this have enough to deal it? 385. So if this attacks, it will destroy this, and then we can potentially destroy this or another unit. Nice. All right, so in this case, let's see here. We'll do our summons. See if we can actually destroy this. Okay, we'll have damage over there, destroy. We still need to play around that silence skill, so we'll place a building over here, because the buildings can't get silenced. We don't mind having these units being destroyed anyways, because they're going to die at the beginning of the turn. And we're going to lose at this point because they have these extra attack runes on these open spots. So, unfortunate, unfortunate. Maybe I just don't do League today. If I lose this next battle, we'll just stop. Because really haven't been doing too well. All right, so we'll summon our Mr. Flap over here, get some protection. Next turn, we can summon our Grace of Rockfleet to follow up against another unit, destroy buildings, or the unit that's health was set to 1. We can summon our Frost to destroy another unit if we can with our summon, or we can just summon a building. Okay, not too bad. We will do our summon. Land in a good spot. We'll summon our Blair behind the behind the Mr. Flap, setting the health to 5. Got our damage, and then destroy those over there. Also, we can give Metal Shield to our units when they come into play, and if we do have the Shaolin for next turn, we can actually give us immunity from silence, and then we'll be able to preserve most of our board setup. Okay, so not quite what we were looking for, but we do have a Frost. We'll summon this Frost over here to block for damage. We have damage over there. Okay, we have our damage at the end of the turn. Destroy that. Okay, they did do their silent skill, so now these don't have their skills anymore. We still have our Mr. Flap over here. Okay, the health of this unit was set to 1. Destroy that over there. We'll summon our building. And the reason why we're summoning this building is because when this unit dies, it will give negative attack to our units. And the building doesn't have an attack, so that's why we can get around that skill over here. All right, so now we need to draw out the stones with the heal. Okay, they have their Shimuna over here. I'm going to play our flight unit over here to block for the damage because their melee unit can't attack our flight unit. Okay, they summon their stones, so that's good. We have our Yoster that's going to deal damage at the beginning of the turn to their units, as long as we have another unit still alive. So we can then mark these for destruction and then potentially get rid of this here. Instead, they summon their Grace of Rockfleet as dealing damage to our units. Yikes. All right. Let's see. Summon another building to block for damage. Because this, they are threatening lethal right now over here. Okay, so combat, and potentially a third point of damage over here. Wow. All right. So we'll summon, we'll do our destruction skill, get rid of these. We'll do our, can't do our extra summons at this point because of that. We're building over there. Extra damage is there. All right, we'll do our summons. And then we will, let's see, combat over there, combat over there. We'll do our Shaolin. We'll attack, have that destroyed. The death trigger destroyed that. Okay, so now at least we have the board back again. Okay. Giving miss to 2 of our units, also that negative attack. Summon our Frost over here. Freeze that. Setting the health to 1 and then destroying that. We're also summoning the Frost because it gives health to our Warlord at the beginning of the turn for every unit. And we are low on health, so that is why we need to defend. Okay, got this Yost over here, or the Aphrodite, that deals damage at the beginning of the, or end of turn, rather, to us, where for every unit that's on their side. We still have our setup going, so as long as we keep on summoning order units, we'll be good. So we'll summon an order unit over, actually over here. The reason why we're summoning this order unit over here is because we need to protect this line with the low health. And we're still able to trigger off our Frost skill, so as long as we have the Frost, we have the building, as long as we summon any order unit, we should be able to destroy their units. Okay, so we have more of that. That over there. Okay, we're going to summon this Blair to defend. The reason I'm going to summon the Blair is because we can avoid the counterattack whenever we attack it. We're just freezing this for now. And then we can also set up our units for next turn because of the mental shield given to them. Okay, so it looks like our Frost was destroyed, making sure this one isn't the one. All right, so we'll summon another Frost, I guess. Summon another Frost, freeze that unit. It does have mental shield because of this unit here. We need to get rid of this shard because it's giving mental shields to this unit and it'll still be able to destroy stuff. Combat will happen over here, and then potentially if they have an extra attack, then they could get through on this line here. Okay. Okay. All right, so we have that over there, that over there. We'll summon our Shaolin over here to freeze one of their units. Also, we do want that death trigger to still be around. All right, so we'll have combat over here. They had that unit that when it came into play, summons this Life Palace that gives health back to their Warlord, also heals their units. Okay, so you saw the death trigger over there. They summon another shard. That's no good. Figuring out which one makes more sense. We'll summon this unit here with the flight to actually block over here. And because of how these units are actually stacked around, the skill actually goes first and then the silence. So that's why this unit is it's not frozen anymore. Ouch. All right, so the Aphrodite did end up destroying us. Unfortunate. All right, I have no idea what's going on. We've just been losing battles and battles. Whatever. All right, so, well, that was League. Let's do a quick recap of today's stream. All right, so what we ended up doing is we finished the world event. We had a lot of gems that we ended up spending. We spent roughly around 5K in gems through a combination of speeding up chests, or not speeding up chests, but buying demigods, and then also buying extra sparks in order to get things done. We also did pit, and we got through 3 bosses. We got through this one that we saved. We one-shotted this boss over here, and then we one-shotted this one over here. We have 2 more days to get them done, and we have about 10 hours to get here. So let's do calculations. 2, 4, 1, 3. Should we have another 5 attempts that we'll have? So we'll be able to fight Moonlight over here, and then Tempest Fugit, and hopefully get the pit done. And then also we did some Divine Arena. These battles were actually pretty fun. They have death runes on both sides of the field. The key to winning for either side is setting up your units so that you can attack, and then also because they have death runes on their side, it's much difficult for them to come back from an attack. So keep that in mind. And so yeah, that was that. We also did some League, and I got crushed in League. Might have to switch up the deck, especially with as you saw there. It was good for the bosses, but it was terrible against other people. So yeah, for tomorrow's stream, since we have the world event done, we'll just spend some more sparks. We'll actually go back to we'll do some more pit, and hopefully we can actually get through the next 2 bosses, and then we'll also do some League and hopefully do much better. We'll swap out our deck for something else. So yeah, thanks guys for tuning in. If you have any questions, comment, feedback, or concern, leave a message on Twitch, Discord, or YouTube. The content and streaming schedule is right there in the white box, so check it out. Please like and follow on Twitch for the live stream, and then like and subscribe on YouTube for more videos. If there are any videos that you don't see, whether it's like Pit or Dark Tower, Divine Arena, anything Mighty Party related, leave me a note and we'll make a video for you. Thanks guys for tuning in. I appreciate every one of you guys checking out the stream. And yeah, this is Happysplasher signing off.